Morning. I like mornings. Of course, I like Spurgeon. I like being able to sit down and take the time to, well, bluntly, drink my coffee. Yeah. Isn't that what you want to do? Just say yeah. Oh, I know. Maybe you're one of those amen kind of people. You know, where they say amen, the other person goes amen, and you have to go, can I get an amen? Well, no. But I will say, yeah. Because sometimes that's all it takes. It's just a yeah. You know, relax. Be still. Sit still. Think about it. Take the time to relax and enjoy. I'm watching my hummingbird. He wants to come eat. But you know, I was thinking that as I prepare for the day, I like to sit down and read Spurgeon. I like to see what it is that God might say to me through Spurgeon. That given the fact that Spurgeon knows men, that God has used him in such a way and designed his life to be such a witness that there is great treasures of intelligence, great volumes of understanding that seem to come from this man of God who taught people how to be pastors, that inspired people to be ministers, that sent them out from the college of his theology to around the world minister as God inspired them and chose them to go in different ministries and directions and places and things that God had told them to do. And so it encourages me because I find him speaking to me, though long removed from life, still the same inspiration that inspired him comes to me and inspires me by way of the Spirit of God. By the same way that God used his life, God comes to me in my life and speaks to me directly through the words that Spurgeon would say. Thy paths drop fatness. Psalm, holy cow, 24. I'm not even sure anymore with Roman numerals. 115. Verse 11. Wow. I think. My Roman numerals are going quickly. Many are the paths of the Lord, which drop fatness, but an especial one is the path of prayer. No believer who is much in the closet will have need to cry, my meanness, woe unto me. Starving souls live at a distance from the mercy seat and become like the parched fields in times of drought. Prevalence with God in wrestling prayer is sure to make the believer strong, if not happy. The nearest place to the gate of heaven is the throne of heavenly grace. Much alone and you will have much assurance. Little alone with Jesus and your religion will be shallow. It will be polluted with many doubts and fears and not sparkling with the joy of the Lord. Since the soul-enriching path of prayer is open to the very weakest saint. Since no high attainments are required, since you are not bidden to come because you are an advanced saint, but freely invited if you be a saint at all, see to it, dear reader, that you are often in the way of private devotions. Be alone much with God. Be much on your knees, for so Elijah drew the rain upon the famished Israel's fields. There is another especial path dropping with fatness to those who walk therein. It is the secret walk of communion with Him. Oh, the delights of fellowship with Jesus, to be alone with Him. Earth hath no words which can set forth the holy calm of the soul leaning on Jesus' bosom. Few Christians understand it. They live in the lowlands and seldom climb to the top of Nebo. They live in the outer court, always busy. They enter not into the holy place to be still. They take not up the privilege of priesthood to stand and wait on the Lord. At a distance they see the sacrifice, but they sit not down with the priest to eat thereof, and to enjoy the fat of the burnt offering. But reader, sit thou ever under the shadow of Jesus. Come up to that palm tree, and take hold of the branches thereof. Let thy beloved be unto you as the apple tree among the trees of the wood, and thou shalt be satisfied as with marrow and with fatness. O Jesus, visit us with thy salvation, and let us not wander alone in the marrow of our own misery, but rather recognize the joy of thy salvation in providing for us that realization of spending that quality time alone with you. Help us, O God. Hear us, Almighty Father. Cause us to sit and be still and to know you. Yea, Lord, yeah. Yeah. Let us not be anxious, but let us rather be content with that with which God would say to us, come away with me, my love, to a place beyond all reasoning. Partake within your heart of my perfect peace. I desire for you to know me in a way you've yet to taste of. Let me pour myself upon you. Enter into my rest. Come to the place where there is no test, but rather you would be with me today. Tarry here ye a while, and let me be with you, and cause the joy of the Lord to come upon you, and to see you this day. Smile. Even so,